Okay, folks, so this is just a brief review of how to do band math like NDVI. So on the lab handout, so if you click on NDVI, right, it takes you to how to actually calculate it. Near infrared minus red divided by near infrared plus red. So if we go to QGIS, we go to raster calculator. There's a whole bunch of layers in here, but we're interested in the ones down here. So again, if you go back, it's near infrared minus red, near infrared plus red. Okay. Near infrared minus red divided by near infrared plus red. Okay. So we just have to name. I've got a bunch of layers in here. We should probably weighing this down. Okay. So let's just, it is NDVI. Okay. Okay, so we generated an NDVI layer, and so we can color it, right? And so remember, we learned about how we bin, so continuous. The data aren't so appropriate for continuous, especially since we've got negative values. Equal interval, if we try there. Quantile, so that gets them into, oh, and so if we want to take a look at, right, continuous or quantile kind of look the same. So basically, there's a bunch of, similar value, bunch of high values, very few of the negative values, and so you end up with not very informative plot. So, but if you do quantile, then you force them into buckets, and looking pretty good. So, NDVI, I just did band math, very simple, and here you have values for NDVI. Now, what I'm going to leave to you folks is you've got to figure out why NDVI works, right? Why are we using these particular bands to generate NDVI? And what is this image telling you, right? What is this image telling you? So what is this image telling you? All right, so we've got this whole, for instance, we got this whole area over here. That's looking a little redder, smaller values of NDVI than this area up here, for instance. And you've got some spots here look like just off. There's a bright spot here. Oh, that's water. You can disregard that. But there are some bright spots here. Okay, see? Yeah. So that's a feature you could explore, for example. Okay, probably from a fire. So you need to know why we use the bands we use. You need to be able to interpret what you produce. And so for the lab, right, you're going to be generating some other indices, and so you're gonna want to be able to compare and contrast these different indices. So, all right, there you go. Computing these indices fairly simple using band math.